I regret to inform you that I have no intention of selling Metal Gear. As I said, I came to take it back.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is obviously not gonna work. What the hell was I thinking? Mullet Mike here with the Paddle Gaming Network, bringing you Creepy Gaming. Today, we're talking about Metal Gear Solid 2, The Sons of Liberty. I'm going to try to refrain myself from saying too much about it and just let the video do the talking for itself. Without any further ado, turn the lights down and the volume up as we journey into some creepy gaming. In 2001, Metal Gear fans finally got the sequel that they had been waiting for. Sure, there were the VR missions, but again, players dismissed this game. It had more of the stealth elements that we loved from the first, but lacked the driving storylines we grew accustomed to. Either way, we were given a true follow-up, Metal Gear Solid 2: Sons of Liberty. It should be noted that the game carried on the Solid suffix rather than being called Metal Gear whatever. The title kept the Solid, thus solidifying the new series. And I swear that terrible pun was not intended. The story follows Solid Snake along with fellow clone brothers Liquid and Solidus years after the Shadow Moses incident from the previous game. Explaining the entire game's plot in a few minutes would be like trying to teach Helen Keller how to ride a bike in less than an hour. So to sum it up nicely, Snake finds out that one of his arch enemies, Ocelot, replaced his missing hand with Liquid Snake's, and that Liquid is slowly taking over Ocelot's body. We also find out that Metal Gear specs have gotten out all over the world, and that even the Marines have created their own, codenamed Metal Gear Ray. We are also introduced to a few new characters, namely Raiden, which you might know from Metal Gear Solid 4 and his own game, Metal Gear Rising. This is where the complaints come in. The game is broke up into two chapters, the Tanker and Plant. The Tanker chapter is great. You play as Snake in classic Metal Gear Solid fashion, but the problem is that chapter is only about a fourth of the game. The Plant chapter surrounds Raiden, a new recruit that is being trained to follow in the footsteps of Snake, on a mission from who we believe to be Colonel Roy Campbell, and I hate to break it to anyone who doesn't know, but you do not play as Snake for the rest of the game. Overall, the game was critically praised, but some fans, myself included, were disappointed that Snake was relegated to a simple supporting role. And don't get me wrong, I like the character of Raiden, a lost soul trying to find his true self, but I guess I just wish we would have got to play as Snake again. At least once. At some point. If you can't tell, this is obviously my least favorite of the series, but that doesn't mean it's bad. It's kind of like burnt bacon. Yeah, it's a little rough around the edges, but it's still fucking bacon. Overall, a great game. Now, the story might not compare to the rest of the series, but its creepiness definitely makes up for it. The developer Ghost Easter eggs return in this game, thus starting a tradition that will remain with the series for the most part. In the Tanker chapter, as you're getting ready to take pictures of Metal Gear Ray, If you snap a shot at one of the two projection screens, you're liable to catch a glimpse of a ghostly Hideo Kojima. Note, this must be done in the room with the two projectors. Knowing of Kojima like I do now, I find it funny if anything. But when I was a kid and just randomly took a picture and saw this, I was pretty freaked out. I should note, this was before I knew about the ghost of Shadow Moses from the first game. So imagine accidentally stumbling onto this picture without any context whatsoever. Now the story might not compare to the rest of the series, but its creepiness definitely makes up for it. The tale must be told. I guess there is one other little creepy moment, but I wanted to save it for last. I know I've already spoiled a lot, but this is a major spoiler alert considering this is so close to the end of the game. So if you want to play the game for yourself and form your own opinions on it, then I suggest just skip this part. Okay, so as I said earlier, Raiden was sent on a mission by who we suspect to be Colonel Roy Campbell. Towards the end of the game, you begin to notice the Colonel's voice distorts slightly. Then out of nowhere, you receive these eerie transmissions.
Raiden, do you copy? You must continue your mission.
Colonel, are you under orders from the Patriots?
Your role, that is, mission, is to infiltrate the structure and disarm the terrorists.
My role? Why do you keep saying that?
Why not? This is a type of role-playing game.
Colonel, I just remembered something.
What?
That I've never met you in person. Not once.
Complete your mission according to the simulation.
Colonel, who are you?
No more questions. We have Rosemary.
What do you mean by that?
Over and out. Raiden, turn the game console off right now.
What did you say?
The mission is a failure. Cut the power right now.
What's wrong with you?
Don't worry, it's a game. It's a game just like usual. I hear it's amazing when the famous purple stuffed worm in Flapjaw Space with the tuning fork does a raw blink on Harry Carey Rock. I need scissors. 61. Honestly though, you have played the game for a long time. Don't you have anything else to do with your time? You got a PSG-1? You can use that against Sniper Wolf. Hurry up and save Merrill. Hurry and save him before the terrorists discover his code.
Just another perfect example of the series breaking the fourth wall. Big spoilers, but I won't lie, I'm man enough to admit it, I really thought I was supposed to turn off the game. I know, I'm a dumbass. It was just another way for Kojima to screw with our heads. I think I speak for the creepy community when I say how disappointing it was when we heard that the Kojima-produced Silent Hill game got cancelled. If he did this in a non-horror title, imagine how much he would have fucked with us in Silent Hills. Anyway, I won't start that rant again. So go play Metal Gear Solid 2 if you haven't already. Or don't. I really don't give a fuck. Like I said, it was my least favorite of the series, but still a good game. I think it's more or less the games that followed it tended to overshadow this entry. Regardless if it was my favorite entry or not, looking back, the creepiness was pretty strong in this game. The S3 Plan virtual reality plot was disturbing as hell, and much like Psycho Mantis, it was another great way for the franchise to break the fourth wall. Speaking of which, this episode was actually part of a larger series of episodes, 5 to be exact. But unfortunately, due to unresolved copyright issues with Konami, this was the only episode I could release. So I figured one episode was better than 0 episodes. I hope to show you the rest of the creepy gaming Metal Gear Solid series someday, but for now, they will remain as lost episodes. Somebody go write a creepypasta about it or something. I'll be sure to make it up to you next time. Either way, because of the ghostly Hideo Kojima and the eerie S3 VR plot twist, Metal Gear Solid will forever go down in creepy gaming history. I think that's going to do it for me today, folks. I want to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I am Mullet Mike with the pedal and full screen saying stay creepy. Thanks for watching. Peace.